Okay, day 3 of reading Revelation differently. I made a couple of the videos on this. Please go check those out. That's going to make a lot more sense. But the assertion that's been made is, hey, if we read Revelation in its chronologically connected order, it can make a lot more sense. And so there's a bunch of repeats of 7. You get the 7 letters of the 7 churches, the 7 seals on the scroll, the 7 trumpets being blown, and the 7 bowls of wrath poured out. And if we read those in their firsts, seconds, thirds, and fourths, they seem to make a lot more sense. So we're on the fourths today. So the 4th letter to the 4th church is Thyatira. It says, hey, I am proud of you guys for your patience, for your love and perseverance, but this I hold against you. You tolerate this woman Jezebel. She considers herself a prophetess, and she is bringing people into sexual immorality, to the eating of food sacrificed to idols. She is leading my people astray. Here's what's going to happen. I will send her on a sickbed. I've given her time to repent. She hasn't done that. And I'm going to make those who follow her go through tribulation, and I will put an end to the life of her children. That could be actual children. It could be figurative children, those who follow her. I'm not sure. But it says, to those who do persevere and do not follow this, I am going to give them the authority that I have over the nations, and I am going to give them the morning star. Right? In Revelation 22, Jesus says he is the morning star. And in Luke 1, when Zechariah is prophesying after having John, he says that the sun is going to rise on all those who follow, that he is going to give a light and path to those that live in the shadow of death and in darkness. So big thing there. When we get to the 4th seal, the 4th creatures call forth the 4th horse. It is the pale horse whose rider is death and Hades, right? And he goes forth and is given authority over 1/4 of the earth to kill them with a sword, right? So this is an outcome of this sin, of what's going to happen here, but it's in an effort to get them to repent and come back to Christ. And then we see the trumpet being blown, the 4th trumpet, and during that it says something seemingly unconnected but very connected. 1/3 of the sun was struck, 1/3 of the moon, and 1/3 of the stars are given to where they do not give their light. Now if we go to Isaiah, it's speaking out against Babylon at that time, and it literally says, behold, the day of the Lord comes. In his wrath and anger he's going to come, and he is going to turn off the stars and the heavens, and the constellations will not give their light. The sun will be dark, and the people will become as few as fine gold, right? So essentially it's a furthering of this thing. It is more tribulation and more death to those who do not repent of this, but to those who do, they're given the morning star, something to give them a pathway forward. And then it's interesting because the 4th angel, when the bowl is poured, it is poured onto the sun itself, and it is allowed to scorch those who are left that still have not repented with fierce heat, and they curse the name of God. And so this is all in an effort to get people to come back to him. Hey, it's limited retribution in order to get people to repent, but it says they still did not. They would not repent and give God glory. So take a look at that in that fashion. This death and this stuff is all about the sin of the people. All right, bye.